Hey, you gotta be genuine. That's the name of this game. If you're real, you got nothing to worry about. But if you're synthetic, starting tomorrow, your balls come off.
Good morning. Welcome to the FND Podcast. I'm Effin.
I'm Dean.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, I think I finally. I've always figured what that was, but
The Dean?
I'm the Dean.
Yeah.
If the Dean is what I think it is, makes sense, and I see.
No, I don't think it is, and I hope most people don't go where she is thinking. That was not the intention of the Dean. It does mean something entirely different.
Well, I have
So
two different meanings. Are we supposed to guess? Are we keeping it like a super secret?
I would like to keep it a secret, and if we do get an audience of one or two or more, I'd like them to figure out what the F&D eventually stands for. I just think it's a cool acronym. F&D just kind of rolls off your tongue,
Mm-hmm.
and it seems to fit well with F&D SMBD,
Yeah,
which is
it
the
does.
company. So that's where it all was. And again, it was my wife's idea to come up with that name. She is very creative in that. And then she just thought effin', which is where you think it went. But the Dean was your own creation.
Now, I'm going to continue to refrain from asking you what they are then, just for
Okay.
the funsies of it.
Well, the good news is eventually when I start posting this, I'm going to figure out a way to get feedback from the people who are watching this. And mostly, hopefully, it won't be all negative comments. We'll get some positive out there.
One
and
person is going to say they were kind of funny. That's
hopefully that's not your mother.
Oh, it'll definitely be one of the sis. No, that wouldn't be one of them.
No,
No, that's okay.
Well,
Sure, we'll
hopefully.
find some poor sucker.
And when we do, hopefully they'll be able to come up with it. And I won't leave people in suspense for too long.
No.
So we'll see how it goes. It is our third podcast, and we're reaching a milestone. So I'm very impressed that we've been able to do that. Thank you again, Dee, for sticking with us. And as I said, I have a really nice guest coming in just a little bit, a bartender. So that's something up your alley. And
I know a thing or two about bartending.
I think you do. So today's subject, I wanted to talk about what it means to go from good to great. As we talked about in our last podcast, getting a job in hospitality is not difficult. We'll take anybody.
Yeah.
And most places seem to take anybody. And we'll give anybody a shot if you're willing to put in the time and effort. But there is a level of hospitalityness and the ability to go from just a good server to being a great server. And knowing, most important, that while we're in it for the money and we're looking to take care of our family or whatever wants and needs or whatever reasons we got into this business, ultimately, we are part of a team. And your teammates rely on you daily to be there with your head in the game and get the job done and do the steps of service correctly as they hopefully are. So the whole place grows and elevates. So.
Yeah, kind of also comes down to my regulars or your regulars too kind of thing. Treat all the guests the same way and they're going to keep coming back.
Right.
Because I've definitely heard it before where someone will walk in and see someone working and walk right back out. I've done it myself many, many times.
What? Explain yourself. What do you mean you see someone working?
There are certain bars that I go to and certain bartenders that I don't order drinks from. There are certain bars if I walk into, like obviously I want to go and see my favorite bartender all the time. They
Right.
provide a good experience. They keep me wanting to come back.
Right.
But their coworkers just suck. And I don't want to see this person at all. And I've done that before where I've walked into places and just, so-and-so is working. We walked right back out the door.
Is it more of the way they're working and you don't like their style, or is it a personality, it's a vibe thing?
So I've seen it on both sides as the worker and the customer.
Right.
And for what we're talking about, how good they are at their job. There are also vibe situations, but for this particular conversation, we're talking about how good they are.
People are full of themselves.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
And then like that's what I mean on the teammate is like you have like being good at your job and customers coming back.
Right. And
Hmm.
knowing that they're coming back for you.
Yeah.
We have a reservation system, and consistently I see my name there, Police Citizen Jamie section.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
It's a good feeling too.
It's an unbelievable feeling, and that's because I understand going from good to great and what is expected, and I make the experience for everyone as comfortable as possible, even if they're not in my area. As I said, I'll walk around the dining room if I'm finished or my tables are satisfied and help my teammates out. I'll help clear dishes. I'll help pour water. I'll get Thai for them if they need sweet Thai. Um, I'll run food if I have to.
Hmm.
Um,
One
reset tables.
one thing that was always really important for me when I was starting to realize that like service industry wasn't just going to be, a little part-time job. It was kind of what I was wanting to do. And I mean, it sounds built up and silly, but sides. Always bring sides and dressings to your table. Always bring the to-go containers for these sides and dressings.
Right,
Like that's one of my big it sounds small, but when I go out to eat, if someone doesn't bring me a to-go container for my ranch to take home with my French fries, I'm a little upset.
right.
Especially if they got this fancy aioli.
I agree.
But it's the little things. Like if
It's
they
the
ask for a spoon, don't forget the spoon for 20 minutes.
Exactly. For instance, Sunday, I had a gentleman. Our place offers an amazing French dip, and one of the things that makes that French dip so amazing is the dip.
Yep.
Yup.
I love a good
And
au jus.
it's a big sandwich, and less than 10% of the people who order that sandwich can finish it. So they wanted to take it home, and he asked for a little ramekin for the little extra dip that he had. And I went and got him a bigger container filled with fresh dip to put in
Which
his
probably takes nothing for you, minimal for the
nothing.
kitchen, but
Right.
means so much to them.
And he was so thankful, so thankful. So
Mm.
it's those little things, it's that thoughtfulness that elevates good from great. If somebody asks for something and yet you haven't heard of before, Worcestershire sauce, what's Worcestershire sauce? Don't say no, we don't have it. Or if you
Never
know
say
it,
no.
never say no. It should not be the first word coming out of your mouth. If it is, you're in the wrong business. It should always, let me see if I can find that. And if I can't find it, let me get a manager or someone who's been here a while, who may be smarter than I am, who can give me a better answer than, ma'am, I don't have it, or no. So before you say that, figure it out. And
Mm.
that's what elevates the good from great.
My boss this week was saying something to us about never say I don't know. That's another one. That's one I've actually never heard
That's a
before.
good
That
one.
you never
Right,
don't know. You can
right,
always figure it out for them, or
right,
let's ask someone else, but it's never I don't know the answer.
right. Especially that you have a dictionary, encyclopedia, world pocket finder for everything in the palm of your hand. There are many times as bartending, somebody will come in and ask for a drink. I think the French 75 is the new quinoa. Everybody seems everybody seems to be ordering the French 75.
All right. All right.
So when they first came in, I didn't know what a French 75 was.
Yep.
So I asked our friends on the phone, and I had no problem looking it up. I didn't say no. I don't know what it is. Sorry. Here's a Jack and Coke.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a moment. Let me see what I can do.
And that's a lot
And
where personality comes in too, is being able to like tell them that you need to look it up while still holding the confidence that you're about to make them a great drink.
right. I mean, I have no problem telling somebody, can you wait a minute? I've never heard of that before, or that's
Mm-hmm.
new to me. But my whole life goal is to grow and learn. So I am happy to learn a new drink. And it was funny, just a few hours later, somebody else came in and asked for a French 75. Not a problem. I know exactly what, just give me a moment to put it together. And it snowballed from there. And now, as I said, it seems to be the drink of choice.
Yep.
That's
Drink
okay.
Rumplemints like an adult.
Maybe we can add that to our wings eating contest when we find a sponsor.
Who can do the most
Rumplemints.
Rumplemints shots?
Well, in our wings eating contest, so it would be incorporated in eating wings. I think the contest ultimately be who could give a Technicolor rainbow at the end quicker.
I mean, Wings and Rumplemints was how my last relationship started, so. And that's going great for me. Let's keep it up.
Well, good for you. I'm happy to hear that. It's always a good way to start a relationship is through wings and Rumplemints. I started my first relationship in a bar. My current relationship.
Current relationship.
I started in a bar. So, but I want to get off that topic because, again, I'm hoping that we can reach out to a younger audience that are aspiring to be servers, and not just servers, but as our topic, the best servers they can possibly be.
If only there was a guide to teach them the ways.
Wow. You know what?
What?
I've created such a guide.
What?
The quintessential guide for servers and managers in the hospitality industry.
That's so cool.
What a great segue. Thank you, Dee, for that.
Yep.
This
That's what I'm
book
here for.
is the quintessential authority for servers and managers who are looking to get into this business and discusses exactly what it means to go from good to great. It teaches you the basics of steps of service on welcome. What can I get you to drink besides water?
Always offer tequila shots.
Always offer tequila shots.
Especially to the boss at 11 in the morning.
I prefer Jack, but that's for a different podcast. But this book will give you all the tips, all the tricks, all the ideas you need to be better in this industry. Servers and Managers Business Development. You can find it on my website, serversandmanagers.com. Thank you. We're getting better slowly. Well, with podcast number 3.
How to be a good podcaster is the next
right.
one we're doing.
I think the lighting is better. I think the audio is better. I think everything is better. So we seem to be doing real well. And I like the fact that, it doesn't take a lot to go from good to great. It's just a little extra effort. And instead of sitting around on your phone wondering what you're going to do after work, focus on the job and focus on doing the job well and being the best you can at the job. And that's not just taking care of your section, but it's taking care of the entire dining room, making sure that everybody is happy. Because one day they're going to come back and they're going to have you and they want to remember you and they want to ask for you as they do now. And it's a great, great feeling. So thank you, Dee. Podcast number 3. I'm going to reach out to our second interview, a bartender that I know. He is an individual that I currently work with, and he's in your line of work. He's a bartender.
He's a bartender.
He's a bartender. Welcome back to the FND Podcast. I am Effin.
I'm Dean.
And our special guest today. You want to introduce yourself, my friend?
My name's Nate. I've been bartending for a long time. Came from Arizona, moved to Virginia lately, and getting my feet wet here and having a good time.
It is. Virginia, I am finding, is amazing. I just got up here from North Carolina myself, and I think we got to the area about the same time.
Yep.
And full disclosure, to our audience, you and I do work together. You were the individual that actually trained me for the position that I'm in now. You do have a very special place in my heart, Nate. So thank you.
And now
Thank
you're
you.
training everyone else, so it's a good thing.
You know, it's funny how that changes. Dee was a trainer too for a long time, so we've all had that experience. And we were talking about earlier what it means to go from good to great, and a lot of it has to do with the right kind of training, the right kind of training. And making sure that you are laying the ground rules on what the company expects and that everybody's doing it exactly the same. So everybody who's coming to your establishment has the same experience. The same experience. This interview is called Seven-ish Questions. And it's called Seven-ish Questions because the very first question is a two-potter.
All
And the
right.
two-pot question is, drum roll, where and when did you get your start?
So I actually started working in restaurants when I was 15. Started a Chinese restaurant I could walk to close enough when I was in high school because I wanted a car before I turned 16, and that was the only way it was going to happen. So I'd skateboard or walk down to the restaurant there and worked at a Chinese restaurant for a few years. And once I got a car, I started delivery driving, and then kind of moved on from there. And once I moved up, I was about 19 when I started getting into the bartending a little bit.
Where was your first bartending gig?
So it was a place called Jilly's in Arizona, which isn't there anymore. But it was a sports bar that they had club nights on the weekends, so they had the high volume like go
So
go go.
you're a brand new bartender at a high volume sports bar.
Yep. So I
Wow.
started
That's how you cut your teeth.
cocktailing a little bit. You know, I'd run drinks and kind of learn what the drinks were, and then moved on from there and worked my way into the bar.
That's pretty cool. Did you have a good mentor? Did you have someone there that showed you the ropes? Did you just kind of figure it out on your own?
There was a handful of people there. Multiple bartenders helped me. A couple of the servers that were kind of in the same position I was, that were a little older than me, but they knew the drinks already and
Right.
were moving along and kind of pushed me in the right direction.
I'd like to say I'm old enough. I remember when I first started bartending about the same time you did. I used to have a Mr. Boston's in my back pocket.
Hmm.
We didn't have the internet.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, what is a Mr. Boston's?
I'll show you my bookshelf one day. I must have 10 different copies of Mr. Boston's from various eras. And I always had one in my back pocket in the beginning because I had no idea what I was doing. And as you mentioned, some bartenders were very helpful and would show you the ropes and show you the proper way to shake or mix or muddle or whatever you had to do.
Yep.
But a lot of it was trial and error. And for me, I got yelled at a lot. That's not how you do it. Let me see. So,
Luckily, I had a good amount of people that were supportive, and and once you catch on, you catch on, but they weren't, trying to beat down on me too much in the beginning. So it
well,
was
I
good.
get it. I mean, at a sports bar, a high volume, you had to catch on pretty quick. So, I mean,
Yeah.
that says a lot about you. That's awesome, brother. That's awesome. So, you made your way over to Virginia, and you're currently working at the country club. What's the difference? The biggest difference that you're finding between like sports bar, high volume versus
Other
It's
than everything?
Yeah, right. It's a lot more of the same people, it's a private club, so you see the same people,
right,
constantly
right.
instead of having, different experience every night pretty much. And it's different, but it's good. It's the members, you get to know everybody a little bit better, and you know exactly what's coming, and you see everybody and know their drink, get them going, and
There's a lot to be
you know what
said
to expect,
for that. I mean, I agree 100%. I like that you know the people, they know you, you know what to expect from them, they know what to expect from you. And that's why I like the club life versus where I cut my teeth in a hotel. It was a different experience, something different every single night. You didn't know what to expect. And I enjoyed that for a while when I was younger. The newness, the excitement that in a hotel you didn't know what groups were coming in. You didn't know how the end of manager's reception would wind up after plying these people for with free drinks for an hour.
It's a whole different experience, but it's as I've gotten older too, I feel the same way.
Yeah.
It's nice to know what you're walking into and keep it, smooth and
I don't have
take
sports
care of
bar
everything.
energy these days.
Yeah,
I,
I'm slowing down a little bit.
I don't want to break up fights anymore.
right.
Yeah,
Right.
no, that's no
Right.
fun. We
Right.
did have a good security crew there, so I
Yeah.
didn't have to worry about it.
That certainly did help, but at a younger age, I think I got started at a college bar, and I had mentioned that I was working the door, and I think in a previous podcast, I said I was bouncing at the door. I would like some clarity there. I didn't really bounce. I got my ass kicked. My job was just kind of stand in front of the door. Since I was the money man, I was the front guy, and hold them back until somebody else can show up behind me. And then he would just push everybody out the door and we'd all go tumbling down the stairs. And that was my life for a year and a half.
Yeah.
So
I've
I was
always
not a
wondered about
bouncer.
that interview. Can you take a punch? I mean, I guess so.
Yeah. I definitely had a couple experiences the same as that too, where you're trying to stop somebody and make sure the security gets there, which I don't think you can do anymore, right?
No, 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 no. No, I'm old and broken. So pain is
No, I mean in general for this time period, you can't really stop anybody these days without
no,
getting in
no, no,
trouble.
no, 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 no. Come right through, sir.
Let let the
Here's the money.
let security do it.
Here's the money. I'm gonna roll over. You can pet my belly. You can just. That's it. I'm done. So yeah, and I don't have to worry about that at the club. We have other worries at the club. I'm going to ask you question number 2, sir. What is the biggest revelation you had about hospitality when you first got into this business?
I think it just really taught me to be a good person overall, even more than don't want to say as I was, but
Listen,
it
I don't know if I've told you I've recommended you for sainthood, but
yeah.
the
Right.
mail is really slow.
It's helped me become just opening doors for people walking through into a Target or whatever, and
Hmm.
just being a good person overall and kind of using that energy in your everyday life as
Yeah,
opposed to just when you're getting paid to be in front of people like that. So
I
and
agree.
kind of take it into your everyday life.
It's not hard. I mean, you can be good just as easily as you can be bad, and certainly
Hmm.
the benefits, the positive energy of goodness, and if you practice that, same thing with smiling. I mean, if you're going around smiling and saying hello to everybody, you're going to bring that energy to the dining room or to the bar. And when people are walking in, welcome in. I'm happy you're here. Hey guys, I got an amazing cocktail I've been working on. Give it a shot. Let me know what you think. That's the
Hmm.
kind of energy. That's what they want to see. That's what they want. And that's going from good to great. Question number 3. What gives you the greatest satisfaction about your job?
Making a new cocktail like anything and having someone enjoy it and come back and give you the input and say, oh my God, I enjoyed that so much and
Right.
blah, blah, blah,
Right.
blah. But other than that, just being, becoming friends kind of with members and guests that come into any restaurant. And
Of
I've,
course.
I've made a lot of connections over the years and made friends with people that have been, longtime guest members and,
The regulars make the job for sure.
Mhm.
Without a doubt. Dee was talking about that earlier, that she would walk into a bar and she was hoping to see her regular bartender. And if she or he weren't there, they'd move to a different bar. It's anybody can get a beer or a drink or a cocktail anywhere. It's not that. That's not it. It's the experience. It's what the bartender brings to the table. It's how they make them feel. And it's the uniqueness of the bar, fresh cocktails and new ideas and getting excited. I think that's all part of it. You nailed it, brother.
Yeah.
That's what it is. That's
Keeping
what
it
it is.
fresh.
That's what it is. Another question. What do you think creates the going in the opposite direction? What do you think creates the most stress for you during the day? What were you going to say,
Um,
D?
I
What
was
were
gonna say also the regulars.
I
But we're letting you answer.
can agree with that a little bit. Yeah,
I'll
there's
edit that out.
definitely there's times when you just, especially in a bar where it's kind of the overflow, as you have everybody guaranteed a table in the restaurant and laid out that way, and the bar is just, you'll get everything filled at one time. So you just got to keep your head down and get as
The
many people as
rush.
The
as
You
good
many
get
old
the
people
triple
as you
rush.
sat.
can get as many people at once as you can, and get back and get them as fast as you possibly can. But sometimes it fills up and you just got to put your head down and run.
Yeah,
Um,
I hear you. And we had talked about that, I think, a week or two ago. And we all have to do it. And it's a great satisfaction when you have a crowded bar, a crowded restaurant, and at the end of the night, you nail it.
yeah,
You walk out with some money in your pocket, and you know you've taken care of the guests. And there's a self-satisfaction to that. The other side, which I'm not a big fan of, is you can't impart your personality and your time to each table as much as you'd like when you're crushed.
yeah,
And being able to give them the whole welcome and the whole speech and the whole, it's great to have you back and how's everything, which in the club business, we know a little bit more about their business. Um, when you're rushed, and it's, hey, welcome in. Let me get you a glass of water. I'll be right back.
yeah. And you
And
have
you're
to learn how to kind of like, look, I got to go do this, and take care. I'll be back, and I'll talk to you later, like kind of
right.
thing. Like you got to learn how to manage your time correctly
Yeah,
at those points. And
right.
some people will come in and they see it's busy, but they still want to have a conversation with you, and you just got to do it the right way and say, I'm sorry, I'll be right back, I got to go do this and this, and
That's an
I
art
will be
form.
back to you soon.
Yeah,
They'll still pick up on you
Mhm.
nailing it and like he
Yeah,
was very busy, but we still got excellent service and
right,
yeah,
right. And fortunately, in our business, we're going to see them again, Nate, and
yeah,
we have an opportunity to come back, and they understand 9 times out of 10. Listen, I know how busy you were, and you nailed it. And we weren't expecting anything more than what you gave us, which was the great service we expected from you, based on the volume. And kudos, good job, you nailed it. That's
yeah.
a great feeling. That's a
Thanks.
great feeling.
Thanks. It always does feel good when after a busy night and you finally go sit down and catch your breath, and it feels great. I took care of everybody. They're all happy and
Yeah,
good to go.
you nailed it. You nailed it. But I mean, while you're in it, the stress, mud on it's bad. Um, my next question for you, my friend, what do you like most about your job?
A lot before coming to the country club, it was, always meeting new people, but it's been good being at a club now where I've built relationships with people,
Right.
and people I've had many friends over the years that I've met, through bartending and serving, and people that have helped me out in my life, and you
Instead of
know,
taking a punch in the face, now we'll take a business card
yep,
and a handshake of let's grab a cup of coffee sometime.
exactly, yep,
It's so different, and it's great. I mean, it really is a great way to do it. I agree. I agree. I love the relationships you can have in this business, and then you get the regulars coming back, and it's a wonderful feeling. Next question for you is, what is the best piece of advice you can offer somebody who's looking to get into this business or looking for a change, who may already be in this business?
I would say the best thing is to always find the people that you work with that know what they're talking about, and learn from them. They will give you the best advice you can get and move you forward. You can learn something new. You can,
Watch
even
how
if
they
you're
work.
looking for a change, where to go, this, that, the other. It's just, there's always good advice from somebody you work with. No matter
Right.
where you work, there's always the good ones that have experience,
They
Talk
knowledge,
to the
stand
guy that's
out.
been there for 10 years.
yeah, and they can tell you the ins and outs and
Hopefully
ups and
he's not
downs
too
and
curmudgeonly.
yeah. Yeah, most of them are pretty good. If they've been there that long, they're usually happy
They
with where they're
understand.
at,
Right.
Yeah, so
Right. Right. And it's breaking through that tough exterior sometime. But there is a warm nougat
and
center because
yeah.
I mean, that's one of the nice things I like about hospitality. You're never alone in hospitality. You always have someone there who's going to support you, who's going to offer you advice, who's going to offer you help, who's gonna be there for you. It's a great feeling too, because there are times when you, as you said, you have your head down and you're doing it, but you still need someone to help refill some water or clear some plates for you as you grab another table.
hmm
Yep, I get
And
it.
everybody has a bad day, and you need some backup too. There's always someone to go to. And you find the right people in the restaurant that are consistent and take care of you.
I get it. I get it, and it's nice to. That's one of the things I like about this business is there are a lot of people. The people who get into hospitality are hospital. The people who get in, the people who get into hospitality are hospitable.
There you go.
They're. I'll get it out. Um, they're hospitable and they're willing to help. You just have to ask for it, and you have to be willing to ask. I tell the people that I'm training, ask the question over and over again. Don't make the mistake and not ask the question. Then I'll be upset.
Mhm.
But if ask the question and you're trying, and then you ask the question again, I know you're trying. But if you're not asking, you're not even trying.
Yeah,
You're not.
don't guess.
Right, right, right. And this final question for you, Nate, I'm going to give you a choice on
Uh-oh.
how you want to answer it. It's going to be an A or B, and you can choose either question A or question B. And
Oh.
question A is there a dark side to the hospitality industry? Or question B, what's your favorite ice cream flavor?
I don't know if I should go into the dark side, so we'll go ice cream. So
Nope, nothing wrong with service industry at all. Nothing ever
And
goes wrong. It's all perfect.
and
there's that would be a long answer. There's
your favorite flavor then, sir?
mint chocolate chip.
Nate, thank you so much
Oh, of course.
for putting in the time. I really do appreciate it, sir. Thank you so much, and it has been a pleasure.
Yeah, no
D,
problem. This is awesome.
I'm glad you liked it. D, any parting words?
Nope, nice meeting you, Nate.
Yep, nice to meet you. Yep.
Well,
Enjoy
Nate,
the rest of your day, guys. We'll see
thank
Thank
you.
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 God bless you, Nate, and
Yeah.
thank you so much for coming on. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day too. God
All
bless you.
right.
Take
God
care.
bless. I'll see you soon.
I hope so.
All right.
Bye bye.
Bye.
And welcome back. That was Nate. I'm happy that he came on. That was fantastic. I think our interviewing skills are getting much better. What do you think?
Yeah, definitely. Practice makes perfect.
And hopefully you got a lot of crocheting done during that interview process.
We're getting
So
there.
thank you. Dee, once again, I'd like to thank you for making number 3 possible.
You got nothing to worry about.
God bless you all, and we'll see you again soon.
Toodaloo.
Toodaloo to you too.
I got the money, like the lawyer said to do.